Hey dolls, welcome to Pinkie's podcast. This episode may contain some naughty language, so if you're a delicate doll, bye bitch. But before you go, please hit like and subscribe. Thanks, honeys. Hi guys, welcome to Pinkie's podcast. It's a Christmas special. And I have an amazing lady here. She is freaking iconic, and I don't throw that around, guys. I only say it to people that it actually means it. She is my amazing friend. She is a fashionista, honey, and she lives in Covent Garden. What else do I need to say? It's Lewis.
Hi.
Do you love it?
That was a very nice introduction.
Oh, there you go. She loves it. She loves it. So yeah, it's like Christmas.
It is almost Christmas.
And you were like freaking me out today because you're like, no, I don't need to buy any gifts. So
I don't. I did all my shopping months ago
down.
and wrapped everything. My tree is full.
Oh my God.
I have nothing left to buy.
Do you do that every year?
Pretty much, yeah.
Wow. What, do you just like buy stuff all year and then put it away?
Yeah, pretty much. So I have like a box of gifts that I buy stuff in advance, like as I see like all year round, like good deals, things like this, things that I see spot for people. Mm-hmm. Like I buy a lot on Vinted as well.
Oh,
like
cool,
I spot things like this will suit this person, this will suit this person.
That's so good.
And then I have everything ready.
Yeah, and so you're never asking people for like what they want. You just know.
I already have everything.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're so good. She's so good.
Yeah.
So we met. I always start with how we met. And we met on the gram.
Yeah,
on
we
the gram.
did.
And I mean, social media is a hideous bitch for many reasons, but I have met the most amazing people, including you. Mm. And you're my first new house guest.
Yeah.
There's crap everywhere in my new house, but you're my first
It's not
guest.
as bad as she says it is. It's actually much tidier than she sells it.
Oh, I can't.
She was like saying, oh my God, it's a big disaster. She was selling it as if there was just boxes everywhere and she hadn't unpacked.
There's just piles
it
of
wasn't
crap
at all.
and it's stressing me out. I don't like it. But yeah, we met on Instagram because we were both pre-loved sellers.
Yes.
So you were like me, you doing the same kind of new and pre-loved.
Yeah.
But it was like out of season stock or return stock, things like that.
Yeah.
So we have amazing pieces.
Yeah.
And you have very bougie pieces.
Yeah.
So funny because if you speak to some of the other like sellers and buyers, and they'll always be like, "Oh, if you go to Pinkie and Lua for the bouge."
Yeah.
They know that we're the bougie ladies.
Yeah. I heard someone actually said, I don't know if I can swear on this podcast.
You can go for it.
Okay. Someone actually said, you know, a lot of people have been like talking behind the scenes that, you know, some people have been saying that they think you're a bit of a uptight and snob.
What?
Yeah, but actually you're so lovely. You're so sweet.
Who said that?
Oh
my God.
One of the buyers, she was like, no, because I think it's because of like sometimes like the sort of stuff I had. And they were like, I think there was a bit of like rivalry, a bit of jealousy.
Oh, okay.
And
oh God,
I
see
know,
women. I can't deal.
I know.
I can't deal.
But she was like, no, actually, like once we saw your lives, it was you had like great stuff. You were really lovely, and
this sounds so funny, but like people know I am no shit person. Like I don't take shit. Like I am just real person, and maybe they started to realise when you were coming up here and hanging out with me, they were like, that's just her phone breaking on the floor. Is it all right?
Sorry. I need that for my...
She needs it for a random fact.
I need it for my random fact.
But I think maybe people are like, oh, well, if Nona is like, she's a cool chick. Yeah. She's a cool chick. Because the thing is, it's like, not that I'm saying I'm the aficionado, but like... I don't know, maybe people get, because of your accent and because you live in London and things like that, people think, but you're so down to earth.
Yeah.
Like, you're such a nice girl.
I think I come across a bit more high maintenance than I actually am.
Yeah, but we're all high maintenance. Hello.
Yeah, I think boyfriends have always been really surprised by like how not actually that high maintenance I am.
So, and you've just brought it up because let's be honest, people tune into me for the madness and the clothes. People tuned into you for... the behind the scenes of Lua's life and the dating sagas.
The dating sagas.
Oh my God, there's so many good stories.
Yeah, there was always something going on.
But you'd be fully invested in like telling us about this day, and then you'd be like, oh, and I did tell them that I've got Instagram. They might even pop on here. And then one of them did.
Yeah, I know. It was And we were all just like suddenly go cold.
But you were like this.
And I was just like, please,
like
no one comment. No one comment. No one say anything. Like, this is... I was dying.
But everyone had your back. Nobody said
anything.
But it was so funny. I watched that back before. I think I watched it a few times because it was just the way you went, oh, hi. We won't say their name. Oh, hi. Like this, and you were like...
Yeah.
You just had this grin on your face. It was too good.
I thought this is the moment where he realises that I've been talking about him on my lives, and someone's going to say something like, oh my God, is this X? I was like, no.
Oh
please,
my God. But it's God, the way, no. I think that you're so good with the way, the thing is, I think when people watch us, I think they need to stick with it because then they'll realise that it's so off the cuff. We're just literally talking about our lives. And with you, there's such comedic timing that you don't even mean to do.
Yeah.
Like, you'll just be like, oh, yes. And, like, somebody will comment and say, oh, my God, your wardrobe is amazing because you would do your... Obviously, I have this crazy backdrop, but your backdrop was, like, your wardrobe.
Yeah.
And it's, like, an amazing, like, purpose-built wardrobe. And you're like, yeah, I got one of my boyfriends to do it. And then I got rid of him. I was absolutely wetting myself. So you were like... Yeah, just get him to sort that out, and then goodbye.
I had an ex of mine was a carpenter, and when we were dating, I was saying like my vision is to build this wardrobe with a library ladder that goes across, so I can climb to the top and get stuff down because I had really high ceilings. And we broke up during the process of him building me the wardrobe.
Oh, did you do it? Oh my God!
So it wasn't working out, and so we broke up. Like he was very like also not wanting it to work out. It wasn't like I just dumped him halfway through.
Right. But he hadn't finished it.
But he hadn't finished it. So he had to finish building it.
Did he come back?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He came back. He finished it.
Oh
he
my
had to
God.
Finish it. Yeah, he had
what
to finish
a legend.
It. Yeah, so he finished
Bloody
it.
hell.
We stayed friends.
Yeah.
He still comes and fixes stuff in the house for me sometimes.
That's so cool. But
I
then,
know.
Didn't you say as well that like the people that like own the building were like, you're not supposed to be doing major construction in there?
Yeah, they were not impressed. They were not, when I showed them what I built, they were pretty impressed by what was built. But at the same time, they were like, you're not allowed to build things like you rent this apartment.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to build like major works into the flat.
But there was like massive bits
permission.
of wood going in and out.
Yeah, there was like
But you were like, it was
things.
so funny on the live because you were going, but I was like, no, like it's going to be great. Like it's going to be
amazing. You're going to love it. You're going to love it.
And you're like trying to convince them and they're like,
Yeah.
It is so cool.
I send them a big hamper every year for Christmas so they don't put my rent up too much. And like, because obviously I put them through a bit of stress every time. There's always something going on. Like now I need them to change the carpets because I had that big moth problem.
Oh.
Yeah, I had a big problem with moths. It was a total disaster.
Oh my God, don't say that. I know people that are absolutely terrified of moths.
No, I am terrified of moths.
Oh my God.
It was because of the neighbour next door. This really old man had moths and they came in through into my flat.
No.
Anyway, I managed to get rid of all the moths, but they ate a part of my carpet.
No.
Yeah, so they've eaten a massive hole in my carpet. It's really gross.
Weird.
It's really gross. So
they
now
eat
need them. They eat carpet.
What in the feck?
Yeah, if they lay eggs, they eat the carpet.
Oh my God, that's so scary.
Yeah, so I treated it. So I treated the carpet. So they're all dead now. Like it's dealt with.
But now you've got like.
But now I've got a massive hole in my carpet.
Oh my God.
I know.
So has the other guy next door been sorted out as well? Like,
I think he's dead.
Moths? Oh, is he dead? Is that where the moths came from?
Yeah, well, not because he was dead.
Oh.
Like now he's gone. I have a neighbour now. But
this is what I'm saying about you, Lua. That is a classic from you. Well, I think he's dead. Do you know what I mean? You just come out with it and it's too good. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That is a trip.
And now I have a drag queen living next door.
You have a drag queen?
Yeah.
Do not let them see your wardrobe.
No, he's a big guy. He's not
Okay. She can't share clothes.
No,
thank the Lord. I would love to live next door to a drag queen though.
Yeah.
That kind of reminds me of that movie. Did you see the RuPaul movie with the kid?
Yeah.
Oh, love that film.
Yeah.
I love RuPaul. I love you. Yeah, so you were basically just spilling your dating life.
Yeah.
Live on Instagram. But people are going to be really upset to know that you're not doing it anymore.
Yeah, no, the problem that I have in Covent Garden, you wouldn't be surprised to know the flat's pretty small.
Okay.
So I didn't have a huge amount of space for storage. So over the pandemic, I was like, I'm going to set up this business where I resell pre-loved and designer clothing. So I bought all this stock.
Markets too.
Yeah, so I bought all this stock. Ooh. And I basically, because I have high ceilings, I managed to pack it all into these like storage bags and put it in my kitchen. Okay. Because I don't really cook. Yeah. And so it was it was all in my kitchen. It was all in my kitchen.
In the oven, in the microwave.
Not in the microwave because I do use that. But it was pretty much everywhere in my kitchen.
Did
in all
have
the storage.
Stuff above the shower at one point?
Not above the shower, but in the kitchen it was above all the shelving and it was above everything. But the problem that I had was it wasn't tenable. Like I couldn't live like that. So once I sold all the stock, so I was doing lives for like a year and a half. Mm-hmm. Once I sold all the stock, I was like, I can't keep going. I can't. It was just too
much. And plus you work as well.
Yeah. So.
And did you start your new job just then or?
Yeah, I started my new job probably halfway through, and it was.
I remember you saying this is going to be a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
because it's a lot to take on. I mean, there are a lot of sellers on Instagram that do it as like a sideline, like they have other things. But sometimes I think to myself, oh my God, I mean, I can speak. I do 1,000,001 things, but doing that as well as like a full weekly day 9 to 5 day, I could not.
Yeah, so I also Airbnb my second room. So I have my boss is like, you have too many side hustles. Like
it's a lot.
You literally side hustle everything.
Although you do have a cleaner, and the cleaner stories would kill me off.
I have a new cleaner now.
Oh dear.
And it's not the same. It's not the same. My old cleaner was like, oh my God, she was an angel sent from heaven. What happened? She wanted to like do different things and not clean for me anymore.
What?
She used to do my sewing.
That's what I said.
She didn't just clean. She'd fold my underwear. She'd organise all my stuff.
Oh my God, she did not.
She'd often rearrange my makeup drawers, which I wasn't so keen on because everything would be in the wrong place.
And did you ask her to, like, would she just do it of her own accord?
She'd do most of it of her own accord, but then I got used to it. So I'd be like, can you just redo this drawer? Can you fold my pajamas? She would do everything. She would, but then like she was also like, she was a seamstress and like in her own time, like she would sew her own clothes. So I was like, can you sew my clothes for me?
Oh my God.
So she would hem things for me. She would fix holes, sew buttons on things, because I'm really bad at doing stuff like that.
I remember
so she would do everything for me.
I remember you saying this during a live, and I was just like, because you said, oh yeah, she's not done my ironing and stuff, and I was like, what? Like your cleaner does your ironing?
Of course she does my ironing.
What?
There's not, like, a job isn't called an ironer.
No, but
cleaners do ironing.
Do they actually? I think I need to get a cleaner.
Yeah, they do your ironing.
Like,
you just ask for them to do your ironing. Although I had a cleaner come once and she was like, I don't do ironing. And I was like, you may as well leave then.
Get out.
Like, I have no use for you. Like, ironing is like the most important thing.
And would they just come like once a week?
Yeah, just once a week. Once a week. And then I clean the Airbnb room.
I was going to say you must have to clean that. So that's hard. That's a lot of work.
It's not like too bad. It takes me like half an hour. I change the sheets. I quickly clean the bathroom.
I remember though once you came and you was like, yeah, so let's go and have a tour of like the apartment. And you went in that room and all the drawers and the cupboard was full of your stuff.
Yeah.
I was just like, what do these people do? Like, where do they put their stuff? And you went, well, I don't know.
Yeah, it was full of the stuff I was selling. It was just full of stuff.
It was so is it empty now? It's not
empty.
It's
all empty, but it's full of shoe boxes still. So I still have loads of shoes I need to sell. Oh my God. And a lot of them are in a size 6, which I know you would love to.
Okay, I need a little trip to Covent Garden.
Yeah.
But it was so funny because we'd always laugh as well because we would know when the theatres were letting out.
Because you could hear you could hear people like cheering and stuff. Yeah.
What did we call it? What did we call them doing? They were doing something. We used to say it, me and Claire. I can't remember what we said. She'll be listening to this going, oh, it was that.
Oh,
do you remember?
Hooligans.
Hooliganing.
They were hooliganing.
They were hooliganing outside.
Hooliganing.
But do you go to shows quite a lot because of where you are?
Not a lot. No. Every so often, but not very often. Like,
Devil Wears Prada musical.
my friends went to that a couple of weeks ago and they said it was very good.
Yeah,
they said it was very good.
I need to see that. And on Broadway, it's this is why I need to go to New York. Death Becomes Her the musical.
Yeah, that would be very good.
I need to go.
I love the film. That would be very good.
So good. Do you know they're going to remake it with Anne Hathaway?
Oh God,
No, Anne Hathaway. I mean, she's a legend, but no. Like, I'm sorry, but they ruined The Witches for me as well when they remade it.
Did they remake it?
Yeah, it's awful.
Well, I haven't seen
literally watched it for about 10 minutes and I was like, no. Turn it off. Couldn't deal. It was like The Craft as well. They redid that.
They redid that too?
Mm-hmm. They did like The Craft Awakening or something. It was
God.
Shite.
No, I haven't seen that either.
No.
These obviously bombed because I've never even heard of them.
Exactly. This is the thing, isn't it? It's just, I don't know. It's just leave things alone. Leave it alone.
It's because there's like a big like 90s resurgence. Mm-hmm. Everyone wants to get in on like the stuff that was big in the 90s. They're redoing I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Are they?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh no, I didn't like that guy with the hook. Oh no, it wasn't that one. It was Jeepers Creepers. Oh.
I think I saw that.
Yeah, that was horrible.
I think I saw that.
Horrid. And I'm all right with horror films, but no, that was a
No, I'm not a horror
me.
films person at all. Like, I literally will not sleep. I tell you what I didn't sleep. What was it that I saw that I didn't sleep? 28 weeks later.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't even see the 28 days later. I saw 28 weeks later and I was like, that could really happen. And I didn't sleep.
I need a padlock on my door immediately.
No, it was terrifying.
Oh
it was absolutely terrifying. And I was like, I can't believe my friends took me to see that because they know I don't like horror films. And I just did not sleep. It was awful.
It's weird, isn't it? Like what affects people differently. But it is, I mean, like I was just saying to you, my brother's just had a crazy tattoo of like the Candyman and I'm like, oh my God, no, it's just not for me. But I do love horror. And we're talking about horror and this is a Christmas special. What are we doing? Merry Creepmas. So, and your handle on Instagram was Boulio Studios.
Boulio Studios.
You still have it though?
I still have it. Yeah. I still use it.
But you also sell on Whatnot?
I also sell on Whatnot, but not very often, every so often.
Okay.
I have over 1,000 followers on Whatnot.
Wow.
Which is quite a lot, actually.
Yeah.
For someone that doesn't sell very often,
then you joined before me and it was kind of like the start of it here, wasn't it? Because they were trying to recruit us. Because I remember they contacted me and the girl was really nice. And it was great actually because they gave us like discounts for our regular customers and things like that. But it was
I think they're still doing like if you're a new customer to it that you get like the £10.
Oh, that's cool.
Joining
it's totally
credit.
Worth it. Like if you want to give it a go.
And it's a really fun app to use. Like the bidding stuff is like
very
super fun.
Addictive.
It's very addictive. It's very addictive.
Speaking of addictive, skincare queen.
Yeah. I literally spend a lot of money on the beauty stuff, beauty lives on Whatnot.
Oh my God. It's so easy though, isn't it? And I think with Whatnot it's different as well because it's like live eBay.
Yeah.
It's like the thrill of like, oh, put that in and then see if you got it because it goes so quick towards the end, doesn't it?
It does. But as long as you're buying from like reputable sellers, like you can get really good stuff at really good prices. But again, reputable sellers, you need to make sure like check their reviews, this kind of thing. It's important.
I need to give it another go, I think. I kind of did it at the like initial opening stages, but then I heard Kat Von D was selling on there and I was like, whoa. Yeah. Maybe I need to get back involved with this.
Yeah, no, it's a good platform. Like it is, as a seller, it was very, very easy to handle all your transactions. As a seller, it was really, really easy to do things like shipping and labeling and
so quick.
That kind of stuff. And also it was really easy to like, you know, get the money and all of that kind of stuff.
Because they deal with it.
Because they handle it. Sellers' fees, very expensive.
Yeah.
Like that kind of thing, not great.
We were talking about this today. Like it's if you want to get involved in pre-loved selling online, like it starts out, oh, I've sold this, oh my God, it's amazing, and you get more and more addicted to selling stuff, but there are so many bloody pitfalls. It's a pain in the arse. Like I said to you, I've just stopped using my Vinted now because I got scammed. But it's like a lot of them, because their resources aren't set up, they're completely open scams. Like because there's no seller support. But with things that we sell, it's just not worth taking the risk, is it?
I do feel like Whatnot is quite good with customer service.
Yeah.
I was saying that to you earlier, that they are quite good with customer service. They're quite good with supporting sellers, and they're very good with supporting customers as well.
Yeah.
They've been very good at like managing any Royal Mail issues.
And you send an email and you do get a response.
You do get a response. Not always super quickly, but they do actually get back to you. And parcels, like Royal Mail, like sometimes is a bit rubbish when they lose parcels and this kind of thing.
Because it is,
but they handle it for you.
Yeah, because I have thought about going over to eBay, because obviously I wouldn't sell all the time on Vinted, but I thought I could do with just like another platform. The only thing I would worry about is I'm doing a live and I show something and sell it and then it's sold on the platform. I used to get the fear of that all the time. That's very
unlikely.
Yeah, although I would make a point of saying to people, do you want to just go and have a look on Vinted and see if it's still there? And they're like, yeah, it's still there. And I'm like, oh god.
It's always a risk, but it's the risk is quite low.
Yeah, so. But Vinted have just your customer service is shit.
Yeah, it's
so
very true.
I shan't be back. I might buy things from people, but I won't be selling anything. So a little interesting thing about you, because you're so gorgeous, your heritage is Iranian.
So my mum's Iranian, my dad's English.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
So is your dad from London?
No, he's from Scunthorpe.
Is he?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, my dad's from Scunthorpe, of all places.
Your family, though, like, because obviously at Christmas you all meet up, don't you? And you always put like the big family photo on.
Yeah. And that's my mum's side of the family, the Iranian side of the family.
It's like the Kardashians. Like, literally, every one of them is a stunner. It's like, it makes you sick because you all just look so fabulous. It's like Dynasty.
Yeah, it's
amazing.
So one of my cousins was scouted for Storm modelling agency.
Nice.
And I think Models One, or I don't know, one of the other big modelling agents. I mean, she, like, Maya is
gorgeous.
Something else.
Your whole family are beautiful.
She's like 5'10" or 5'11", like very slim, and she has the face.
Wow.
Like she could go really
So is
far.
that your mum's sister?
She's
daughter?
Like my second cousin or something.
Wow, okay. Yeah, there's a lot of them.
There's
a lot of them.
She's like my second cousin.
I feel like we should
flash
up a picture on the video of like this picture. But it's just incredible. It's
like we have this kind of like tapestry backdrop in like the drawing room at my cousin's house.
It's amazing.
And everyone sort of sits in front of that, and
it's so good.
And it's like a sort of big portrait.
It's like
picture.
The Iranian royal family, but it's but this is the thing, when you're saying that people getting the wrong idea about you, it's probably because of things like they'll just think, oh my god, she's had Made in Chelsea or something. Yeah. But like, and actually on that point, you know a few of the Made in Chelsea people.
Yeah, I do. In fact, one of my best friends was on Made in Chelsea for a bit.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's London's a small place. London's not a very big place.
No.
And most people in fact in Made in Chelsea do not live in Chelsea. They do not live in Chelsea.
For the purposes of the show, they do. But
for the purposes of the show, they do, but they do not.
No.
At best, they live in Fulham.
Yeah. In Hackney.
At best. And I know one of them doesn't have a home.
Oh my
God.
God.
She basically sleeps on people's sofas.
Stop it.
She does. I'll tell you afterwards who it is.
Oh my God. Yeah. Oh, that's quite sad. They don't pay them very much on that show, though.
No, you get like £50 a day.
Is that it?
Yeah.
My God. No wonder they have to get all these like celebrity endorsements and stuff. Because somebody said to me the other day in the salon, this woman was sat there and she kept kind of looking at me, and then she was like, she's like, you look like you should be on Towie. And I was like, oh, I don't know whether I should take that as a compliment. She was like, she says, you look like Amy Childs. And I was like, I'm going to take that as a compliment because she is a boss bitch. She is, to come from that show where I think even back then they were paying them like 20 quid a day or something stupid. But she was a business owner, and now she's taken it to another level. Like, she's got her own clothing brand. And you know what? People slag these people, but they are the ones who are taking the opportunity.
And they should.
Yeah.
And they should.
Absolutely.
I think the reason my friend did it is because he had a fashion brand and he was like, it will help my brand.
Yeah.
And the reason he didn't take it further, because the producers kept going to him again and again and were like, we want you to become like a main character.
Right.
And he was really like, I don't think I want to be famous, because he was like a side character for a while.
Right, okay.
And he kept kind of going in it and like...
And this
he was
is
like,
I
don't think I want to do that. And he actually closed his fashion brand and now he's doing something else.
Wow. Okay.
And he was like, I don't have the fashion brand. Mm-hmm. I just don't think that this will...
No.
I just don't think it will be good for me.
And
like, there's no
different.
point.
Yeah,
why would I want to do this to myself?
Yeah.
Why would I want to put myself out? Like, the amount of abuse they get all the time.
Yeah.
Like, it's actually a really horrible
life.
It
is. It's awful, because the
Unless
thing is...
you want to basically get, like, a contract with Boohoo.
Exactly.
Or Pretty Little Thing.
But then you look at Jamie Lang now, and he talks about it, and it's like, it sounds really chaotic and, like, made him quite ill. Because it was like such this like high life of, I get invited to everything and this and that, but he was just inside going, oh, am I worthy of this? Do you know what I mean? Like, but you can tell inside him, like, he's a great presenter and he does like these podcasts and stuff, and he's totally found his niche, and he's a business owner.
Yeah.
Like, these are the people I kind of like radiate towards, because I feel like they're of the same ilk as me. Like, you know, when people go, oh, why'd you do so many things? And it's like, well, if they're successful, why not? You know what I mean? You can only try.
I was talking to this guy I was dating who totally chucked me the other day, which I'm pretty mad about. But that's another story. But when we were in Jersey, there were all these billboards everywhere of this woman. And I was like, what on earth is this about?
Jersey?
And he was like, no, she was on Real Housewives of Jersey.
Oh.
And I was
with Jersey is in the UK Jersey.
The UK Jersey.
I thought you meant New Jersey.
And I was
then.
like,
I was like,
there was a Real Housewives of Jersey.
I haven't watched it. But
Don't think it was very good. But, but apparently she was a real estate agent.
Oh.
And
so
she
she's on
was,
billboards.
and she's putting up, instead of like advertising the agency, she's advertising herself.
Wow.
It's literally, it doesn't even have a house on the picture. It just has her.
Wow. That's very American, though.
It's very American. It's very strange. And these billboards were all over Jersey, and I was so confused as to what exactly she was trying to sell. She must have
some money to be putting billboards up, because they're not bloody cheap.
Well, her whole thing was like, I'm this like boss bitch kind of independent woman running this agency.
I need to watch this.
Yeah, I don't know. And he was like, oh yeah, she's on the Housewives.
Wow.
And I was like, what?
Yeah, because my go-to is Housewives of Beverly Hills. I'm obsessed.
I actually don't watch it, but I did watch a few episodes of, I think it was like Real Housewives of Melbourne, when I was really hungover one day, and it was hysterical. Chaotic.
Yeah. Oh no, you need to watch Beverly Hills. Beverly Hills is top tier. Beverly Hills is the best one.
Yeah.
And like the most recent, I'd say maybe like the last 4 seasons are so good. Because Kathy Hilton's been in it as well.
Oh, she's been back in?
Yes.
I thought she left.
Oh, well, she left, but she's been back in. But she is just...
She's very funny.
She's too good.
She's very funny.
Yeah. And it's just not, it is the best one. But I need to check that out. Jersey, I didn't know they were doing that. I think maybe I've bypassed it because I've thought it was New Jersey.
Yeah, well,
I've watched the New Jersey
there's
one
only
before.
so many Housewives you can watch.
They do them everywhere now.
Yeah.
We should do one here.
Yeah.
Although...
Real Housewives are pre-loved.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God, yes. So this is another thing about you. So we're saying like the dynasty pictures of all the family, and then you put pictures on your stories, and I'm like this every time there's a story. I'm like, oh my God, what is she doing now? And you were at a ball the other day.
Yeah, I was. I was at the basketball.
Do you know you're saying that? And I was literally talking to somebody the other day. We should do a pre-loved ball.
That would be fun.
Wouldn't it be so good?
That would be really good.
I think we need
find
to talk
your best
about
outfit. Find your best pre-loved outfit.
I think we need to do it. I was thinking maybe like Manchester, Midway.
Yeah.
I think we need to talk about that.
I think
we need to do
good.
it. Yeah.
Because that's another thing. Like, I think a lot of people get the impression that I'm like, I don't know, always like...
Boujee.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
But I'm very much like I shop secondhand all the time.
Yeah.
I think that's really important.
Mm-hmm. And you just like things that you like. You're like me. It doesn't matter what label's on it.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Like, I think people would maybe think, because of the things you were selling as well, they maybe think, oh, she looks at the label first.
I look at the label, but often that's because of the quality.
Exactly. So you look at the, I like that, and then you check. But that's like me, because, you know, you can buy things and you think, one wash.
Yeah,
that's going to be done.
Exactly.
But I mean, like today, we both got the same pair of shoes in New Look.
Yeah. And they were good shoes. I really advocate
you actually
New Look
told
shoes.
Me to buy
I was
them.
telling you, because New Look shoes are surprisingly comfortable. They are so comfortable and they fit really well.
Yeah,
I am a big fan of New Look shoes.
And I was like, oh.
Yeah, New Look shoes are very good. Very, very good.
I am a bit funny about pre-loved shoes.
Yeah?
Like, they still need to, I don't know. See, if it's a shoe that, like, someone's had a naked foot in, I'm a bit like, oh, I need to know the person. I'm a bit weird. Things like that. I don't know if it's like, well, it is a hygiene thing, but I just think people could have strange feet. I don't know.
That's weird.
Is that weird?
Yeah, a little bit.
I mean, I could clean them, but yeah. Sometimes, like, I just bought in the charity shop the other day, I got these really cute, like, marabou slip-ons.
Oh, cute.
Like little house shoes.
Yeah.
But they were brand new. But, I mean, maybe they could have cleaned them. Maybe they're not. So now I keep looking at them going,
and just having, like, a suspicion.
Suspicious shoes. I'm like, we'll see. But, yeah, so you go to, like, balls. You go to, like, amazing weddings. You've always got... And the thing with your lives is you would always be like, you'd have these fantastic dresses, gorgeous pieces. And you'd be like, people going, oh, I've got nowhere to wear it. And you would be like...
Find an occasion. Make an occasion.
Exactly.
Like, if you don't have an occasion to wear something, like, literally go online, find an occasion, buy a ticket to something, go with your friends.
See, that's what I love about you as well, because you just are so free spirit. Let's just go for it. And I think that kind of reflects in your dating sagas.
Yeah.
Because you just go for it and you're just like, let's just see. But do you think, like, what is going on with the dating thing? Do you think you've just, because you are unbelievably beautiful and you're such a nice person, you live in a fabulous place, what do you think? Do you think your checklist is too long? What do you think it is?
I don't know. I think London's particularly difficult. A lot of people say London's very hard
for dating.
London's not an easy place.
Why do you think that is, though? Because people are in and out of there?
I think there's a few sides to it. Like, I think you've got an endless amount of choice.
Okay.
So if not this one, there's always somebody else.
Okay.
There's always someone else you can choose. So there's always...
So you think these guys...
So you have to just pick someone and decide on them. I also think we're coming to the age where you've got a lot of guys in their 40s that are like, okay, I'm either recently divorced or they're either like a town or singleton. So if they're a town or singletons and they've not settled down yet, I'm not saying there's something wrong with all of them.
But what is wrong?
Yeah. Like, there's a question, like, why haven't they settled down yet? So you've kind of got to ask that, like, are they just going from one to the next?
And are you brutal? Do you just ask them outright when you go on dates?
No, I'm completely in denial every time.
I think this is what you need to do.
I'm always, like, too hopeful.
Oh, right, okay.
And then I'm always too hopeful.
This annoys me so much because they should be begging at your feet. Like, I'm sorry, but I don't know. I think you're putting them in the wrong position here. I think you should be up here going, tell me why you should have me. Do you know what I mean?
It's honestly, it's a bit of a disaster. I
think we need to sort this out once and for all. Because I kind of thought of it of a sense, is this you just going, oh, this isn't quite right, or this isn't quite right? But I think it is that thing of you're going in and thinking, oh, well, are they going to want me?
Yeah.
Yeah, that has to change. This has turned into a therapy session now.
Yeah, a little bit. But that is, I'm a bit, I think there's a lot of options in London.
Yeah.
And I think, and for women as well, like, if you don't pick one, you can always have the next one.
Yeah, so it's not just guys.
It's not just guys.
It's like a candy box, yeah.
Yeah, but I think you also have a lot of, like, recently divorced guys that are going through, like, oh my God, I can now have the time of my life.
Okay.
You've got a lot of that.
Right, okay. So in the Alps.
Like, they're all hitting their prime.
Oh, Lord.
And then they're like, I actually, like, I'm now super desirable. Like, I now have, like, a better income than I've ever had.
Yeah.
I'm better looking than I've ever been before.
Why is that the thing that men get more attractive?
I don't know.
So
I'm
annoying.
like, I'm good looking. I'm more financially stable, and I have nothing that's tying me down, so I can do what I want. And then they do
what they want.
We all know who I'm talking about.
Cake and eat it.
Yeah. For those of you that don't know who I'm talking about, just join one of my lives one day.
And she'll tell you everything. I think we need to give Phil a shout out.
Yeah, Phil
shout
Burney.
Out to Phil.
Hi, Phil.
Phil's a legend.
He is a legend.
He is so cool. Like, he sends, like, whenever I put, like, videos of, like, his photography is unreal.
Yeah.
And he lives, where does he live? Is it
he
the
lives
South
in
Bank?
London. No, he lives in East London, I think.
Oh, right.
I think near Stratford.
Yeah, because I think there's is it the Gherkin? Does he live near that?
I don't really know.
Oh, I don't know.
I thought he lives near the Olympic Park.
Oh, is it?
I might be wrong.
We're just giving his address out. But you know, like, whenever there's, like, fireworks and stuff, like, he has, like,
he
a
has
bird's eye
of it.
view. It's amazing.
He has a really, really good view from his apartment. And he's done, like, all these Christmas lights. Have you seen?
Yeah, it's amazing.
And every day he's changing the lights so you can see from his apartment. So, like, all the tourists that are walking past, they can see different lights every day.
He's so
from
cool.
his apartment. It's
Bless
really
him.
cool. Like, one day was, like, Miracle on 34th Street. The next day was, like, reindeers running past. The next day was, like, something completely different, like Santa doing something else.
He's so cool.
Really, really cool.
But yeah, so what do you think, like, do you think it's because it's the apps? Do you think you could ever just meet somebody when you're out? Does that ever happen? Has that
rarely.
happened? Rarely. Okay.
Very rarely. Like, it's difficult to meet people in the real world. In the real world. Yeah. It's not like America where everyone talks to each other.
Do you think they do, though? Because, London's a bit shit for that. London is shit for that, really. Because, like, I forget because I live up here, and in Preston, where I'm from, I mean, Preston's...
People are a bit more open. People are a bit more friendly.
I mean, maybe not now, because it's a city. Apparently, Preston is a city, whatever. It's got, like, the biggest train station, but it's not a city. But it was more like a town. But when I was younger, it was... people would talk to each other. It was kind of, like, local, you know. But when you go back now, it's so different. Because the university has taken over, like, you know, and it's great because there's loads of different cultures and stuff, but it's become very Manchester, London vibes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it definitely has. But then up here, everyone talks to you here.
Yeah.
Like, you can be walking down the street and they're like, good morning, hiya, you know.
I love Scotland for that. Scotland for that. I took a holiday by myself to Inverness.
Yeah.
I met so many people.
Yeah.
By the end of the week, I knew the whole town.
See, I knew what I mean by free spirit?
I knew the whole town.
That. Fuck off to Inverness for the weekend.
I did. I really did. I knew the whole town. I met a guy.
I was going to say, she's looking for a Scottish man.
I did. I met a guy who lived on this, like, incredible estate in Nairn.
Wow.
And then we dated for, like, 3 months, going back and forth.
So what's going on with him then?
Oh, no, it didn't work out. He gave me COVID and then we broke up.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was... He gave me COVID, then we broke up. Yeah.
Oh my God. You're like a more fabulous Bridget Jones. Like, you literally are.
It's very
You're like
Bridget Jones.
bougie Bridget.
No, he because I was like, do I stow away to Scotland? Like, do I stow away to Scotland? Do I come up there?
Yeah,
and he was like,
I
think we would kill each other. And I was like,
what?
Great.
Oh,
I guess I won't be coming to Scotland then.
That's ridiculous.
He was like, yeah, I don't think that's the best idea.
Oh no.
So that was 3 months over.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's rubbish. Yeah. But yeah, so even going to these balls and things, you never meet people and think,
people don't really talk. People don't really talk.
No, it's weird,
Although
isn't
I did see at the ball, I did see a guy I'd matched with on Hinge, and like I hadn't spoken to him again.
Oh.
But I recognised him, and I was just trying to like hide.
So when you say you match with someone, what happens? Do you message them?
We messaged.
Oh, right.
And we'd exchanged numbers, and I hadn't replied to a couple of his messages.
Okay.
Which was my fault.
Right.
But I saw him at this ball.
And did you say anything? Oh no, you should have gone up to him and spoke to him.
No, because I hadn't replied to his messages because I started dating this other guy.
But then I'm
not good at juggling people.
Course.
I'm not good at juggling people. I don't want to be that person.
But then maybe you do like find them. You know, you don't have to be doing any stuff, you know, sexy business.
I know, but I feel like disingenuous if I'm like going on dates with multiple people at the same time,
do you not think
which I know
well,
everyone in London is.
I know I could never do that though. I'd feel really weird.
Yeah.
But then that's how it is now, isn't it?
It absolutely is.
It's
Everyone's
so
dating everyone.
It's so weird. I don't get it. But then, do you not think that's weird that you've got a preconception when you go on these dates? Because all your, well, what they want you to think about them is listed on there. Their interests, their this, their that. So when you meet someone, like, obviously it depends on the personality, but is it like free-flowing convo, or is it just like, does it feel a bit like you already... No, do you know what I mean? Because
it depends on the person.
Someone,
it depends on the person. Like this guy that I was dating recently, it was such free flowing conversation. Oh, wow. Like we talked for 5 hours on our first date.
Wow,
it was amazing.
Really cool. Yeah,
like really, really comfortable. Really, really normal. I don't think we talked about anything on his profile.
Normal. I love that. Because you have been on some dates and not normal.
I have been on some dates that were just weird. Really weird.
This could be a whole nother podcast, you just talking about dates. Literally.
I know.
But then it is weird because do you ever watch First Dates?
Sometimes.
Because do you remember me and the girls were trying to get you on it? We were like, please go on First Dates. I feel like you should. But do you know what's so funny about First Dates? I feel like if you went on it, the possibility of someone, your date, being somebody off one of these apps is high.
Yeah.
Do you not think?
Yeah.
Because I've watched a few and they've gone, oh my God. And the person behind the bar, is it, what is he called? Merlin, the guy behind the bar. And he's like, oh, what is it? And oh my God, I dated that person and blah, blah, blah. And then that's their date. And I'm like, no way. Because obviously they've got an algorithm as well of when they're putting your details in of like how they're matching people. But then sometimes, I mean, it's a TV show. So they're obviously going to put some people together that they know are going to clash. You know, so it's like it doesn't get past, you know, the starter. But because I literally saw one like that the other night, it was an old one, but this guy was like, should we even bother with the mains? Yeah, it was like a gay couple, and he was like, I mean, I'm just not getting a vibe, like, should we just leave it? And I was like, you rude bar steward, as if you would do that.
What?
How rude is that? And he was really obnoxious and hideous as well. He looked like, I don't know, a dodgy pie man or something.
The audacity of doing that. Like, there has been dates where I've been like, within seconds, been like, this is not going to go anywhere. But you still sit through 2 drinks.
Yeah.
Like, you have to be polite. You can't.
And then you say, oh, by the way, I've got this in like an hour. I need to leave. But to do that, no, he fully out just went. And he's on the telly as well. He doesn't give a shit. I mean, to be fair, is that a good thing to just be that real? It's not like it's like a waste of his time. But then I just thought, no, I think you're a bit obnoxious.
No.
Because how much have you heard of the person? Do you know what I mean? Like, not a lot.
You have to be polite. You have to be... You don't want to make anyone feel bad.
No. I just thought it was the weird... I was watching it going, is this really happening? No. And it was one of them things when you watch these shows and you think, oh, they've told him to do that, like that's fake. But it wasn't. It really felt like, he's just a narky arsehole. Yeah.
Yeah.
God. Well, we will find you somebody, Lou. We will find you somebody one day. Because your mother must ask you all the time.
Oh, God, it's not even just my mother. It's like, we have this family friends called Thelma and John. And
I love it.
And Thelma asks me all the time.
Does she?
Like, have you met anyone? Like,
oh my God. It's Bridget Jones.
Since last week. Oh, Lua. Oh, Lua. And it's like, oh, for God's sake, you know?
Leave me alone. Do they try and set you up with people?
No, they don't. But,
right, okay.
You know, but their daughter, Penelope.
Oh.
Like, she's married with children.
Of course.
You know, but we used to be best friends when we were children.
Oh, okay.
And now we hate each other.
Oh.
And we had a big falling out when we were like 15. And
okay.
And so, you know, we're like heavily compared to each other. And like, even though I've been like really like career successful and this kind of thing, and she's like boring and not interesting.
She just talks about her kids.
Now the only thing I need to like make myself acceptable in their eyes is a husband.
Yeah, an amazing guy. I feel like we can find her someone, Paul. Do you not? She's pretty fabulous.
But it's
you're very fabulous.
Like
it irritates me.
It's just the oh Lua.
And you're
like, do you know what?
Off.
I'm fine.
Yeah,
you know, I'm fine.
I'm quite happy.
I'm not.
But
like,
this is the thing. I feel bad.
suffering.
It's like I feel bad even saying, oh, we could find you someone, because the thing is, like, you know, I was single for years before I met Paul, and I just wasn't bothered. Like, I wasn't bothered.
I mean, I'm bothered,
well,
but
that's
I'm not,
the thing.
like,
Maybe that's
desperate.
But maybe that's why I say it to you, because I know that you want that.
Yeah. No, I do. But I also, you know, I don't want people to be like, oh, my God, like I'm not, like, dying or something. It's not like a disease. Oh, Lua. Oh, my God.
What's the line that she says in Bridget Jones? She's like, oh, do you know that 1 in 3 marriages ends in divorce in like the first 5 years or something? And the table goes quiet. Yeah. You need some comebacks. Yeah. You need some major comebacks.
Yeah.
But it's going to happen. I know it's going to happen because you're just too fabulous. Maybe that's what you're just too bloody fabulous. They can't. Thing is, I would always get, for me, they were like intimidated.
Yeah.
Guys are majorly intimidated. And I think people will be intimidated by you because you've got a successful career. You're gorgeous, you live in an amazing place. Do you know what I mean? You're self-sufficient.
Yeah, I think I do find that a little bit. I think there are some guys that want you to be less self-sufficient, so you're more dependent on them.
Yeah.
And then there's other guys that want you to be independent and not depend. And it's like,
they want a bit of both.
They want a bit of both. Like, what is it you actually want? Like,
yeah, that's not good.
There's this.
It's guys of a certain age, though, isn't it? That I think, and it's a lot to do with like where they've been brought up. What you need is a teammate.
Yeah, exactly. Do you know what I mean? That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
But it's very difficult to find someone that's like on the same page as you, because you also want someone a little bit on the same level as you as well, like intellectually, like someone that
can match you.
Yeah, who's like stimulating and like who
just gets it.
Yeah. And that's actually really hard to find, especially in London. A lot of them are just pricks.
Yeah. Literally just pricks.
There was this guy once that I dated. What was it he said? No obrigado. No obrigado.
What?
Like, he wanted no obligations.
Yeah.
No obligado.
What? That's the first thing he said?
Yeah, like on our date.
Goodbye.
I was laughing so hard.
Goodbye.
Because it was quite funny.
What a dick.
He was such a dick. He was like admitting that he was a dick, but it was just so funny.
Wow. People are wild.
It was so funny. He was like...
So you use that app as a knocking shot?
No obligado. No obligatio. No
I was going to say no obrigado. What is that?
It sounds a bit like Portuguese or something.
Yeah, I have heard it before.
But he was saying no obligatio. No obligatio.
Wow.
And I was like...
Weirdo.
I've never...
Goodbye.
He was like really hot, like very good looking, rugby player. But I was like, you are as thick as two planks.
Short planks, yeah. Basically.
And it was very random.
What a dick. And so what do you think you'll be doing for Christmas?
Hopefully with my family again, but no one's actually confirmed what anyone's doing for Christmas yet.
But there will be a photo.
There's always a photo. There's always a photo.
And Paul will be working this year, so I really wanted to volunteer at Christmas.
Oh, that's nice.
So I got in touch with this thing. I tried it last year and I was turned away because it's like so elderly people getting the Christmas dinner.
Yeah.
So they look for people to drive them.
Oh, that's
to pick them
nice.
up and take them top down. They said no to me.
Why?
Because of my car.
Why?
I'm not being funny, but they were like, oh, your car's too low. And I was like, honey, little Barbara up the road will effing love getting in my pink Mini.
Yeah.
With the top down on Christmas with her little headscarf on going for a Christmas dinner. Yeah. I was like, you should be ashamed of yourselves.
That's one less person getting their Christmas dinner.
Do you know what I mean? They were like, no, you can't because your car. I was like, that is tight. That's so really, rubbish.
That's terrible.
Isn't it? I know. So I'm still looking for stuff, but I'd like to do that on Christmas.
Yeah.
Just be like around people feeling Christmassy. But we were on holiday last year, and let me tell you guys, if you're looking for something different to do on Christmas, go on holiday.
Yeah?
It's amazing.
Yeah?
We were in... Where did we go? Gran Canaria? It was amazing. And we were sat there. The hotel brought us a bottle of champagne. It was so good. And we just had like Mexican food on Christmas Day, and we went to like the Tipsy Hammock and had cocktails all day.
But that's just not Christmas. That's just not how you do Christmas.
It was so good.
That's just not right.
It was
sorry,
good
it's
though.
Just not right.
Because I always think Christmas Day is a bit bloody boring. It's like everyone just overeats and then sits there and it's shit telling. I'm like, oh no. I get bored.
I like Christmas.
I liked Christmas in America. When we were in America, it was amazing. But Halloween and Christmas was amazing there. It's just so good because it's not like freezing cold.
No,
either.
I love Christmas food. I love Christmas Day. I love Christmas everything.
Oh no. I'm a bit of a humbug when it comes to that. I love the presents. What I love is buying, wrapping, giving presents.
I'm not a fan of wrapping. That's another thing my cleaner used to do. She used to wrap my presents for me.
Oh my God. No, she didn't.
She did. She was very good at it. You could tell the ones she wrapped and the ones I wrapped.
That's like
because
Paul.
Mine were garbage and hers were really good. Hers were like had neat edges.
You must have been paying this woman some decent cash because she was doing everything. Did she like mother you? Was she older?
She was younger than me.
Oh my God.
She was like 25.
Wow. I need her.
She was so good. I messaged her so many times like, are you sure you don't want to come back?
Yeah.
Are you sure your graphic design job is that good?
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I need one of them.
I know. My new one is miserable. I say, hi, how are you? And she doesn't even respond. She's like, yeah, fine. She doesn't say anything. She's miserable.
See, if you're watching, just,
miserable.
Just stop being miserable.
If you're a cleaner in London and you want to come work for me, like, please get in touch.
If you do gift wrapping, ironing.
I used to have another cleaner who painted my flat for me once.
Stop it right now.
I'm serious.
What?
Natalia. She was so good as well, but she could only do ad hoc times.
Oh my God, Lua, this is not normal.
No, that wasn't normal.
It's not normal. Oh my God. Oh, is this a company that you get these people from?
No.
Legend. I love it. Oh my God, the life of Lua. So, do you have a random fact?
Random fact. I do have a random fact. I'm just going to pull it up because I want to say it correctly. Did you know?
Oh, did I know? Okay.
A large earthquake can change the speed of the rotation of the Earth.
Whoa.
Yeah, so what that means, that sounds like quite technical, but that means that if the change of the speed of the Earth is
faster, would it go faster?
Well,
or slow it down?
I'm not sure.
Oh.
But that basically means it will change the length of a day.
Yeah, because you're going faster.
Yeah.
Ooh, or slower. That's weird.
Yeah. So
has that actually happened, like for big earthquakes?
Yes, it's happened.
Wow.
So that means there's either more, like less or more than 20. I think it would mean there's less than 24 hours in a day.
I wonder what kind of earthquake as well, because when I was still living in Preston, and my room was in the loft, and it sounds really terrible. So my bed was like these boxes. It sounds really bad, like I was sleeping on boxes. It was a bed, but it had like a mattress on top. And I remember one night I woke up, and the boxes were going like this. They were like juttering about, and I was like, whoa. And you know when you're like still asleep, but I woke up and I was holding them down, and then I went back to sleep because that's me. I'm just like, whoa, back to sleep. And I woke up and I had a nosebleed. And that was always my telltale sign that there'd been an earthquake. Because when I was little and we lived in America, every time in LA, and there was a lot of earthquakes, every time there was an earthquake, I would have a nosebleed.
Yeah.
It was like a weird thing. But I woke up and I said to Mum, I was like, I had a nosebleed last night. She went, there was an earthquake. I went, sod off. And she went, yeah. And it was because they were fracking.
No.
Mm-hmm. And it wasn't even that close by. It was like miles up the road near Blackpool. How weird is that? So because they're like drilling the Earth's core, aren't they? So it created an earthquake in Preston. Weird.
That's crazy.
And for it to affect the top of the building as well, because I was in the loft. Really weird. God, that's a weird one.
And it caused a nosebleed.
Yeah, every time if I'm in an earthquake, I know because I have a nosebleed. I always remember the one as well because I had gorgeous pink silk, Oriental pajamas.
And you ruined
bled all down them. Bloody hell. So yeah, weird thing. Very strange. That's very interesting. Hopefully we don't have enough friggin' earthquakes up here. That's the last thing we bloody need. Rain. Yeah. All this crap weather. Sod off crap weather. Let's all move abroad. Well, and so where can people find you on socials?
Boujee Studios.
Mm-hmm. Boujee Studios is B-E-A-U.
Yes, B-E-A-U.
Yeah.
L-I-U.
L-I-U, that's it.
L-I-E-U.
Yeah.
L-I-E-U.
Yeah. Studios.
And
you're the same on Whatnot
and I'm
as
the same on Whatnot.
Amazing. Yeah. So you're not doing regular sales, but you're on there.
Again. But I am on Instagram. So.
Yeah. And
I am actually on Whatnot quite a lot, so you'll see me on a lot of streams.
And so if you also go on Instagram, she does post her little going to ball pictures.
Yeah, I do post stuff
fabulous
sometimes.
Outfits and stuff.
Yeah.
So amazing. And so follow Lua because she's the best. Thank you so much.
Thank you.